Hey guys, and welcome to this week's video. Now last week I did a catch-up video all about what's been going on in my life and how I was feeling quite positive and that I was feeling stable and that there was no big crisis that had happened lately, and I was starting to feel stable and just like I could handle things well. The funny thing about life is it can be a bitch sometimes, and since filming that video my life has completely turned upside down. Now I have hit a giant massive roadblock and it's just sent me into a downward spiral of depression. Now there is no specific reason, as in something major happened that caused this specific depression these days. I think it's just one of those things that you have when you have depression, is that you can be sad and fed up for no particular reason. And I was obviously just due that to happen to me, and it has happened this past week, and oh my god, I feel bad, really bad. It hasn't hit me this hard in a long time, and for some reason I'm really struggling with this load of depressing feelings, which is strange for me. Whereas this one, it just seems to be squishing me completely and I just seem to have no fight left in me. So it's been really tough. I think mostly it happened was because my insomnia came back full force and I am barely sleeping, and if I do manage to get any sleep it's for like a couple of hours, and even then it's not like solid sleep. So I am so tired, and you can't really deal with depression on a good rested mind, but when you don't have like a well rested mind, dealing with emotions just gets it 10 times worse when you're so mentally tired and physically tired. That has just been piling on top, and I've just hit some sort of huge roadblock and it's completely stopped me. I have noticed that I've gone back to not really talking to my family, wanting to be alone, not interested in anything, and I'm trying to like bring back TV shows I love to see if it'll get my interest out, and I've gone back to listening to music. But my music is quite depressing. It's gone back to like Kelly Clarkson, like Dark Side, Invincible, basically all describing the pain I'm feeling. Pink, Perfect, Rachel Platten, Fight Song. It's all gone back to like hold on sort of music, or music that really describes the pain I'm feeling. And it helps because you can sort of just listen to the words and the lyrics, and it sort of understands what you're going through. But then it doesn't make you feel that much better either. So I don't know what has happened. It's literally like out of nowhere someone's just gone, oh, there you go have a bit of depressing thoughts, and I've just been completely wiped out by it. Normally I can sort of hit you hard for a few days and then you can find that energy to slowly fight back, but for some reason with this round of depression that I have right now, I'm just got no fight left. It is literally squishing me to death, and finding that energy to wanting to fight is just becoming impossible. And I know it's got bad when I don't want to talk. I didn't want to talk to my therapist. I didn't want to do anything. And I know that for me and for probably a lot of people watching this, not wanting to talk about it and isolating yourself is like a huge warning sign, and ignoring the problem will make it worse. But it's just gotten to the point where I just don't want to talk, and it's giving me really scary feelings. A lot of you know that I have several physical illnesses and I do take a lot of medication, and I've been honest with my mum about this, and I've been said like some days I have just wanted to take like just a handful of these painkillers just so it'll just knock me out for a while, and it'll just make me sleep and it'll just make me not feel anything for a while. Now that is bad because that is basically suicidal feelings, but I haven't done anything along that route specifically yet, So I'm still holding on in hopes that I don't go down the rabbit hole. But right now I am really, really struggling with life. It's hard, and it's the thing I hate most about depression is when it comes for no reason. Because things can happen in your life, like having accidents or someone dying or anything like that, and there's a specific reason why you're sad and you're having trouble dealing. They're hard, but you also sort of understand why you feel that way. But when you have depression and you're just sad for no apparent reason, and you're fed up and you hate everything, and you just can't be bothered with life anymore, and you have these horrible, horrible feelings about yourself and living in a bubble of negativity, it's the hardest thing because there is no reason why you should feel that way. There hasn't been something major happened. It's just randomly happened. And they're the hardest because you can't talk through. I mean, you can talk through the feelings, but it's easier when you can pick out what the problem is and solve that problem and then sort the feelings out. But when you have no reason for why you're sad other than the fact you just have depression, it's just so hard to fight, and it wears you down to the point where you're left with nothing, and it's just so hard. And it really, really does make it hard to want to keep fighting when you just feel so low. And that is where I'm at right now. I'm listening to depressing music. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm sad. I'm fed up. And I just feel really, really sad and emotional, and I hate it. So that is what's happened with me this week, and I'm actually going to start to cry. I'm starting to tear up. So I'm going to go before that happens. But I hopefully will be feeling better next week. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.